Okay, so my name is Ramon Robinson. I'm the club director for Percy Peek Teen Center in Fort Pierce, Florida. In North Lauderdale, in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I think I attended that club between the ages, I'd say, maybe about 12 and 17. I was in the club. Yeah. For me, it was more like kind of a hangout. You know, I did get my first experience playing for an organized basketball team, so that I really fell in love with basketball. I think at the Boys and Girls Club, and learning how to be competitive in a more positive way. I think that stuck with me. I still think about that now, and even when I interact with the kids, allowing them to be competitive, but also guiding them in the right way. And the kids are the one that really give me the energy to even want to do music again, to want to get to writing again, because I get to experience that with them, seeing their excitement. But for me, my journey was, I remember being like in high school, 9th, 10th grade, loving hip hop, but never really doing it in front of people. Like, I was so shy, I just couldn't get it out. And a couple years later, right after I had come back from college, I was maybe like 21, and I just started feeling a little bit more comfortable with myself, rapping with some of my friends in the neighborhood, started going to the studio, and I started recording some songs. A couple people heard it. My father ends up hearing it. He was very impressed. At first, he didn't want me to do hip hop, but then he was very impressed in the way that I was writing, and ended up getting a record deal, doing all kinds of traveling, touring, and it blossomed into something I could have never imagined. And so the author thing came a little bit later. I thought it would be cool to do, because when I was young, they used to have these little booklets with lyrics in them. And I was like, man, wouldn't it be cool if I created a booklet with the lyrics in it? And then I could talk about literacy, things of that nature. I created one for a song I did called American Soldier, kind of gave them out to friends, family, and I ended up getting a call from the local Pepsi distribution plant. So that just turned into putting out more books, being just so much more involved in wanting to write the stories, and not necessarily just using lyric books. And then I ended up getting a call from somebody at Nike, and they were having this Jordan event, and they had ordered a bunch of books on Amazon. I was like, this is like, you know, you grow up playing basketball, wearing Jordans, and now I'm, as an author, working with Jordan Brand, reading the kids and sharing the stories that I'm creating from my mind. Like, it's just an amazing thing. And this is, for me, seeing my dad like this, I've never worked on anything like this with him, so just having him with me was like amazing. It felt like, okay, now I have an ally, I can actually do this. The album we created, submitted it to Grammys, we ended up getting it accepted. They sent me tickets, everything, so I ended up going out to the Grammys. Absolutely amazing experience, met most of my like music idols. Eventually end up, from one of the songs that I go to the Grammys for, getting a Billboard award for one of the top songs of that year that was written. Like, the same idea works at Percy Peek. But the amazing thing is to see young teens doing some of these things. And so we talk about credit, we talk about income, we talk about income streams. What does it mean to have multiple streams of income? How do you even set that up? For instance, we have a young man, Ladre, that released some music, and even teaching him like how to turn these streams into income. And so it's not just I'm going to work a 9 to 5, but how do I build from that, right? I think the kids really hadn't seen that before, and so explaining some of these things to them at a higher level, and you just watch their minds open up. A lot of times they'll make me think out of the box as well, because they have so many questions and so many ideas. For me, one of the biggest things that I want to see is, I want to see one of our kids become an author. I think it's so important for other kids to see that some of these things are possible. So we have Ladre releasing music, which has influenced multiple kids to get into the studio and try to record something so they can put something out as well. Because also just starting a business, we have Maya, who has her cupcake business, who I'm so proud of. We have several other kids that are working on their businesses. Yeah, I got a lot of hopes and dreams for the club, just because the kids are so amazing. The Boys and Girls Club is extremely important to get involved with. And the reason it's so important is because our children are our future. They need the support, whether it be financial or just the support of you can do this. Our kids truly need that. And if you can be that difference maker, you can begin changing the world, right? And it just takes one of us to start.